Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so wait. Hold on. Let me just boop, 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 boop. All right. Yeah. So today is 4:21 a.m. Um, it is November 12th at 4:21. It's a Sunday. Anybody can see that. Bam, bam. All right, and from there, I'm just going to copy this link. Excuse-moi. Excusez-moi. Okay. Okay. Today there's not going to be no picture in picture video because I want to just take my time because like as I'm writing things, this is just gonna be like literally a long ass video of me just really talking to you guys. I'm not even gonna I don't even think I'm gonna use this my for my series like the segment part. Maybe not. I just want to show you where that sound's coming from. Um, Although sometimes it comes from nature's own body. It's amazing. Better in than out, I always say. Shrek. Anyway, yeah, today I'm not gonna do a video of like the picture in picture because I'd rather just kind of for multiple reasons. Pardon me. I need to get all corners. I like lotion, but the thing is that it's so weird because you would think that during the summer you kind of need lotion, but no. I mean, no, obviously during the summer you need lotion, but it seems like for the winter when it's colder, you need more lotion, and it's probably because you get the heat from inside of buildings, which makes it more drier. And also, when you're washing your hands a lot, people who like tend to typically, if you are ashy, it's typically because hopefully it should be because you wash your hands and boom, it's ashy. You've removed a lot of the oils and things of that nature from your hands, especially if you are a black person, a person of color, or a person of color, because you can be Latino or Indian or anything, and as long as you have color, you can see it more. It's more pronounced. So do not let that be an excuse. People who, rarely wash up and stuff. Hello. Oh, sorry. The little one wants to get out. Of course. Of course he wants to get out. Because why? Because I'm not in I'm not sleeping next to him. Hold on for one moment, unfortunately. Like, you couldn't have waited. Like, I mean, honestly, you could have done this earlier. I literally gave you the opportunity to. How dare you? How dare you? Let me open the door for you. Did you not learn your lesson? Yes, it was permanent. Go ahead. All right, you too, mister. Out. 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 Enjoy yourselves. You love, be nice. I caught that little one hopping on my flipping table, trying to mess with something she shouldn't. Two very toxic things to cats, and I was just like, okay, yeah, like you're doing the most. You're doing the most, especially if it's a place where, I eat and or beauty. And I left the door open because I was just like, okay, you can come in and out so that way you can go to the bathroom. And unfortunately, she took advantage of that, which is she's like always my lesson when it comes to people. Like, because certain people behave the same way. Like you learn your lesson when you cross me, and then some people just happen to tend to do the same things, which is why I don't allow people to re-enter into my life when it comes to certain offenses. So when people thought that they could cross me and then be like, oh, well, she's so sweet and everything like that, I'm like, but not to you, not anymore. You feel me? Like you don't have that. What you did, like this wasn't this wasn't something on the menu. The offense that you did wasn't something that was on the menu for you to try to get a reprieve or for you to think that you could have any kind of amnesty, or yeah, it's so bizarre the way how people really feel entitled to your space, and so they'll do the most, and I mean the absolute fucking most. I've been doing nothing. I've been doing a lot of research. Like I already know that I was in the right when it comes to my civil rights, my civil and human rights, but people really go and do the most when it comes to trying to govern over another person. I'm just like, slavery is supposed to be over. Legally, it is. However, it is still being performed, elsewhere in other countries, but in the United States, legally, that's supposed to, no longer be around. However, the the manner in which I've been addressed, the actions that have been happening behind my back have all been um, a collective manner to slavery. This is not even a moment where somebody from I had actually had saved a bookmarked a forum of somebody really comparing themselves, to a slave at Walmart. And we all have our figurative moments where we want to call ourselves a slave, either like a slave to music, a slave to a servant to I don't know, our responsibilities when it comes to, raising children, or just, adulting, 'cause that in itself, wow. And in some ways we have given up our rights. Will like, as nature kind of intended, like, we are subject to, pardon me, serving others in a sense, whether it's, like your family, or it's your responsibilities, like I said, or even, jokingly when you say, I can't help it. I'm a slave to this. I'm a slave to this, to love, or to songs, food. Anything. But when you are trying to literally compare it and act like you're for real when it comes to abuse, then that's I'm sorry. When you are comparing it, when you are putting it side by side to abuse, and you're saying, "Oh no, like listen to me, listen to my horrors, because what I'm going through, with this 9 to 5 is a slavery." And I'm just like, no. I really like the fact on how somebody pointed out that slavery is not that really. Like, okay, there's a moment when you want to be joking and say something, but when you're trying to make an open discussion, or advocate for something, I hope you always hear the little knock knock knocks, because that's something that always happens, especially increasingly with my tainting, people trying to definitely get to me. So it's just like, yo, with the shits, with the shits. I hope you always know that, there's moments where you need to be recorded. They're probably gonna stop now, but if they happen to do that again, it's recorded. So yeah, I believe that it's, well, not just I believe though, but it's nice to see people recognize it for for what it is, when people decide to abuse the term. Oh, they try to do it one more time. It's like it's like I just don't want her to let her win and be right. Boom. So it's crazy on how people abuse that term for what it is, especially when they're trying to make it about them. And I think a month or so ago, I had played you guys a video from a comedian called, his last name I believe is Burr. And it's just like, when white women were trying to make Black Lives Matter about them, when they were just, bitching and moaning and things of that nature about their common lives that they decided to put themselves into. And when literally Black people were saying like, hey, look, we're being killed just to be killed, just for sport. We don't have the luxuries that other people have. There are people, especially people who are not Black, who can, they can contest with the officer. I've seen people who ran away from officers, slap officers, and we're just looking like, and Black people are looking in astonishment, because like, ain't no way you would even consider that and get away with that shit. Me for for any reason, I don't see a point in people doing that regardless. Like, I'm just like, wait, why would you even want to do that? I'm like, these are people that are supposed to be like, these are people that are supposed to be respected because these are people that are supposed to help uphold the law, the righteous law, the law that's supposed to be fair within the nation. However, there are some people who are, honestly very duplicitous, and identify as dirty cops, which is what basically they do a lot of dirt. So it's so funny that people can agree and like the term dirty cops, but they don't like to be called a dirty black for the same kind of nefarious shit that they do. It's so weird. I guess it ties too closely to what they themselves identify as. Like, no, because it's just so mean. And I'm like, no, you are a dirty nigger coon Neanderthal because of all the bullshit that you've done to me, especially behind my fucking back. And you thought because based off of your ego and with the protection of the government and police and whomever, as you either look up to, especially a lot of white people, especially white women, because you felt safe because you were participating in an abusive event with a lot of other bullshit bitches, punk ass bitches who would never admit to that shit and will always be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, gang stalking. Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Stop talking about that. Stop talking about that. Yeah, because I literally had that on recording because a manager or whoever like that at Princeton University was literally talking that shit. I'm telling you, when I play that fucking uh recording, because it's so crazy on how like I've intentionally mentioned those words because they take it upon themselves to want to like try to play me and then also try to take advantage of my presence there. It's a lot, it's enough. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's enough racist shit that they've done and that they are very performative to pretend like what they're not. And I definitely look forward to my ongoing collection of information. But in addition to that, um, yeah, I just wanted to say that, yeah, the Black Lives Matter thing that the comedian was saying, he was just like, he was acting as the white women, speaking on behalf of the white women. He was just like, oh, my heated seats. You don't know how hard it is for me to transition from fall, summer to winter because my heated seats, like, they're just so basic. Because I like taking a trip over to Qatar, and unfortunately, like, they have so much optimum kind of luxuries that we do not have in America. Like something like that, basically, where they were comparing their inconveniences to a black person's inconveniences, and it's just like literally no. Black Lives Matter is legit about our safety and our well-being for just fucking existing as a black person, and yet people are not taking that into consideration that we are human beings. Are we not your brothers? Are we not your sisters? Are we not just here? Um, we are not even asking for the privilege of smacking, running away from cops. We're just asking not for them not to kill us when they want to apprehend us or ask us questions and interrogate us, or having to like take us away into custody and to be either arraigned, detained, or any of that. Somehow white people were making it really about them, and they were just like, oh my god, like, we're so depressed. It was wild. It was a wild time, and sadly it was a time that we're it was only like years ago, like several years ago, but because of, I guess, a lot of the luxuries and COVID and natural disasters that have happened, people tend to forget that. People tend to forget, the things that, we have literally had to fight for in order to make it clear, like, hey, stop fucking with us. We have rights, and we will act in accordance to what we have to do in order to get those rights respected. Now, I've acted alone when it comes to putting up my boundaries and saying no to both these dirty, ignorant, nigger coon, Neanderthal black people and these horrible, dirty, awful, corrupt. I mean, they're all corrupt, racist, colorist, non-black nigger coon Neanderthals. So, and nigger coon Neanderthal all mean, one of the definitions all means, stupid, just, an idiot, insolent person. So yeah, it's just like, I don't fuck with you bitches. And so when you're trying to demand me to do things like forgive, or when you try to speak on behalf about forgiveness, it's just like, you know, you're wearing a name tag to identify who you are, which is a nigger, coon, Neanderthal. So you're wearing the name tag saying stupid. So anything that's coming out of your mouth is from a stupid person. You are uttering ignorance. Granted, a clock can be right twice, but it's just like the majority of the shit that you say is wrong. The majority of the situations that you're getting upset with is incorrect. Who are you? You're nobody. Forget your fucking, titles and things of that nature. I remember there's even in like a skit. I know Beyonce's and having like a was it Housewives of Orange? Anina, Nia, whatever her Miss Leak's name. When I'm mentioning Beyonce in this moment, it's only as an example. When it's like she was doing Run the World Girls, learning that dance, and she was introducing herself to her dancers and the choreographers, and they were just like, "Oh, who are you?" It was just like, I'm Beyonce," but it was very nice and humbling of her to say it. Well, because fast forward now, she's definitely not that anymore. But it's just like, you bitches are not Beyonce when it comes to you. First off, you're not even Beyonce, but it's just like you don't even have Beyonce when it was in that whole Run the World, Who Run the World Girls moment. It was just like you somehow, because of, I guess, your American identity, you have some type of like extra ego where you feel entitled to hold kind of, I guess, like some type of like authority or ego, something like that, over others. Yes, over others in other countries, but also others within here. It was just, something about you bitches that made you think that it was okay to abuse me across the fucking board. And it's like, no, no, it's really fucking not. I like to go ahead and play something. So this video is just like no more, not no more, but not in this video. I don't want to show the picture in picture thing because I just rather talk, and I also rather you guys listen to and me just kind of responding to the situations at hand and exemplifying what it actually is that these people are doing, because it's always the projections, the lies, the abuse, where it's just like you're abusing me by you're trying to dictate and control my life, but you're trying to make it seem like you're helping when you're not. You're losing sight of the matter at hand, and you want to go ahead and involve yourself into something that you had no business knowing or being putting yourself into, but you wanted to go ahead and try to make it seem like, oh, this is a person of discussion. Let me try to, tether myself with my life coach wannabe ass, or even if you were trying to be a life coach based off on abusing me, let me try to throw in or force my religion onto this person. That's also something that you don't need to be fucking doing. Let me just suggest, advise. What the fuck? Oh, fine then. Then how about this? Then how about you just have that radical acceptance? And people abuse that word too. Where radical acceptance is actually, you should be at a moment where you understand exactly what the fuck is going on and you're spreading the word. You actually would be doing something that's contributive, like what you see over there with Palestinians, because literally Israel's looking at you guys fucking wicked. Like, like, wait, how are you doing this? You're like a fucking hypocrite. And they're just like, we don't care. Like, honestly, don't compare us to you. Don't compare us to you. Because, like, we're Americans. Okay. Our ego tells us, and because, the president is allowing us to be abusive and to stalk this person and da 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 da. And it's okay for us to be this way. You however, you have to listen to us because we're Americans. And we a few years ago, collectively attracted a whole bunch of people from across the world and from various nations and from various places across the country in order to get our rights respected. But have you tell us what to do and have us, concede or act in accordance to how you guys are doing? No. It is okay for us. Like, no, I'm not saying like, I'm not saying that like I agree with the way how the black people have been acting. I'm mocking the way how the black people are acting, where they're just like, hey, look, we don't like the way how you keep. Obviously, you don't like collect. I have to step in with that one. We don't like the way how you were bombing people. I do agree with that. And we don't like the way how like what you did exactly was really fucked up. It was really fucked up. And it's so crazy on how easily the people that's in America are coming out with content in order to appeal or protest against a whole different country when all they had to do was just look at the tricks that they done. You feel me? They just look at the tricks and the stunts that they've done, and be like, hey, wait. Okay, you took a page out of our book. Okay, you took a fucking page out of our book. I see you. I see you. That is wrong. That is wrong. Okay, you stole from us, and you're doing bad things. So wait, hold on. So where are you mad? Are you mad that they stole from you? Are you mad that they're doing the same thing? It's like, wait a minute, you took a page from our fucking book. How dare you? That's really how it is. That's really how it goes. Bookmark, bookmark. Hmm. This is reading right now. It says Black Americans are one of the world's greatest symbol of resilience and liberation, most definitely a threat to any oppressive state, especially when working so hard to create a false complexity of that oppression. And yet, so what will make sense for Black people to go ahead and try to silence other Black people when it comes to being oppressed, when you know and you witness it with your own fucking eyes that I am being mistreated. And it started out from literally one source who decided to manipulate and abuse it. And you thought that that one person was so fucking entertaining to go ahead and try to take my identity and mimic me and use it for entertainment because you find so many things that was under the umbrella of abuse from either music, media, books, fashion. You've taken it's like you're okay with slavery. You really are okay with slavery, which it mind fucks people who are abusive and they're just like, wait, so hold up. Do you or do you not like it? And you'll be like, no, yes, arrest that person. Because like how dare you question, the abuser? It's like definitely it's not even walking on eggshells, it's playing hot potato where you're walking on, it's not even where you're walking on stones, but you're pussyfooting where it's, pardon me, where you're leaping forward and leaping back on what's right and what's wrong when you're trying to like oppress me. it's a weird situation right now because I have on my air conditioner, but I also have on the heater. I'm actually gonna just turn off the heater because I'm gonna turn off the air conditioner because it is cold, man. It is cold. As you can see, I'm actually like slowly balling up right now, but it's just like hold on. Yeah, boy. I should grab this. And this right here. And this right here. And this right here. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Mm. All right. It's so crazy. It's so weird. It's so weird because you're literally holding up accountable a nation of people, you know, that have been oppressed time and time again. But for some reason, they decided to roll over and wake up on the wrong side of the bed and decided to seriously oppress others. And I mean, it's like literally um punching a child for nothing. It's like what the fuck? Like they're like what what? Yeah. Only reason I would see somebody punching a child is if it was like, it was a zombie and the child was literally trying to bite their heads off or something like that. You feel me? Like it's just like I don't other than that. Or you like try to detain it. Like I don't if you this is reality right now. Where we are literally, like somehow a group of people who have been severely oppressed are making enemies with practically children. Definitely innocent people, but it's just like you are killing a bunch of kids, niggas. You're killing a bunch of it's literally it's just like you thought for a while as what you thought with a lot of people when it comes to like abusing. It's always this some big guy where it's just like, you think you're just about to take candy from a baby. And for a while, unbeknownst to people, you know, you got off on that. It's just like, okay, all right, you took the land. All right, you got to, murder some people, horribly do other things to these people, fuck them over. And these people decided to just like live amongst themselves, and in their own place in peace. And you probably more than likely, because what happens is just like you keep fucking with a person or a group or a party that you think, okay, it's an inch and fucking mile, death by a thousand cuts. And for some, at some point, it's just like, stop. We're maybe able to, live, but stop. I understand what you're trying to do, which is ultimately um, kill us. So stop. There hasn't been anything I've said or done in which I regret when it comes to my own fucking boundaries. So let it be known that consistently and continuously, when we see a moment of pushback, it's just like we really had the fuck enough. Stop. We said stop. We show boundaries when it comes to stop, and we're showing fucking and reinforcing stop until you fucking stop. That was what the whole Black Matters was about. And that was my moment with about the rioters about. It's just like you don't we give you grace, we show you diplomacy. We actually speak up and we say, hey, look, this isn't right. We tell you what our feelings are. You don't even care about our tears and our cries. You actually laugh at those. You laugh at our way to work without the things that you decided to take from us or break from us. And yet we still push forward. And then for some reason, because of your ego, you take it even further and you want to go ahead and fuck with us, fuck with me. And you're just like, no, we want to do this more. Not because of like you need it, Not because you just want it. In fact, you only want it because we want it or we have it, and you decide to like, hey, look, I want to go ahead and just mess with it to mess with it because that's just what I can do. Not today, bitch. Stop. Because now at that point you're becoming like, a victim. You are victimizing yourself because you yourself are now offended because how dare I or how dare anybody that's oppressed decide to speak up for themselves, decide to, tell you no. Oh my God, there was actually a hold on. I did save like a picture because it's just like it's so on point where like you don't mind going ahead. You don't mind going ahead to like hmm, you don't mind going ahead to like abuse us. Look at that, like that sneer and that little smile and things of that nature. Like I mean, that obviously that is this is a cartoon, but come on now, like how people like we've seen videos where people will laugh and try to make it like a fucking joke at our expense about somebody who's been, murdered or harmed in any kind of way, even disfigured at the hands of an abuser for unjust causes. Here you fucking go. All of a sudden, you're thinking, how dare you? You get upset. You're like, how dare you fight back? How dare you say enough? You know? Like, what is wrong with you? How dare you even question this? You know? With your stern white hand. It's just like, what are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing? For no reason. What are you fucking doing? And for some reason, and for even worse moments, you even got the black people wanting to go ahead and harm you. Like, bitch, what are you fucking doing? You know? Y'all be acting so fucking crazy. And then you get really fucking upset. Then it's, please, no, 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 Samuel. Don't do that. Put the club down. Did I not wipe my ass and then give you an apple that was half eaten? No, Samuel, no. Like, bitch, like the fuck out of here. Like you were literally that time you were owed 10 lashes and I only gave you 9. Yes, it was because I was tired, but god damn it. Show gratitude. Put down the knife. Why don't you take an hour off? Go back in the field. I want you to think about it and pray. What would Jesus say? What would your Lord say? Hold on, sorry. They're so dramatic. I'm telling you, you bitches, like for real, for real. That doesn't mean that that's just white, but also white, non-black, black. Like, yo, y'all really be in y'all fucking bag when it comes to just like victimizing yourselves. Like I said, it's not in each group of each race, we all have a nigger coon Neanderthal. And it was the black people who started the coonery, who started was just like introducing, like, hey man, what's up? Like, yeah, welcome to my place. This is Africa. Yo, yo, you want some, some grain? We got some booze. We got the women. Yo, you like that cheetah? That can be your cheetah for this, for this day. You can't take the cheetah with me because that's actually my favorite cheetah. Okay, I love a cheetah. But yeah, go ahead and enjoy yourselves, man. 2 days later. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh my God. Yes, love it. The gold, we really can't do anything with the gold, man. But we do love your spices and we love the things that you brought for us, obviously. Yeah, so we're gonna take these meager items that we don't know we're being undersold, and we're gonna give you a few slaves. How about that, man? Yeah, you like that? No, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You tell them what they can, like what you want. Okay. Tell them basically anything. And actually, I would recommend that you intimidate them and that you harm them. Just oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Honestly, that person was a criminal. Oh, that one. No, that one was innocent, but we captured them. We pillaged the land, and we decided to usurp them and things of that nature. And so yeah, just do what you want to. Just do what you want to with these people. Do you want a gift wrapped? We got some twine in the back. So don't yeah, don't worry. Hey wife. No, not the wife. The other wife. No, not that wife. The other wife. Uh, yes, that one. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and you take these three right here. Just for like, let me know how you like them. If you don't like them, then you can always. I don't know if you. No, I don't want you to bring them back because honestly, it's just like when you use it. You can go ahead and just exit out. But just like let me know. Bring some more grain, and you feel me, and then I'll give you like better people. So but in the meantime, enjoy. Okay. Thank you for coming to my land. And I really, really appreciate this. Okay. Leave a good review. Okay. Through the channels. Okay. And yeah, and I'll definitely give you some more people. Okay. For you to enslave. Yeah. 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 Wife. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Took you long enough, woman. So yeah, you take this, okay? You take this, hold the rope like this, okay? You see that? They like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you subject them to like, um to violence, okay? You have them shut up. In fact, we actually, if you want to, for some more grain, half price, we'll give you muzzles and burlap bags and things of that nature so that way you can have them shut up. But yeah, brother, enjoy your visit and your return trip back home. All right. It was great seeing you, man. Oh my god, brother, I love you. Oh my god. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, don't take the fucking cheetah. Okay, what the fuck did you, brother? Okay, that's gonna cost you an extra bottle. Okay, all right. I love ya. I love ya. You love me. I love you. I love you. Okay, come back. Don't take the cheetah. Don't. I swear. I swear. I'll hurt you. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. Come on, baby. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I mean, obviously, it started kind of on that foundation. The slavery has been everywhere. Okay. It didn't just happen in Africa, but it was just like slavery was everywhere. And it was just like, white people were just like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? People? Okay, like yeah, we have servants and stuff like that in Europe, but like you're really giving us this for practically for the free. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna be like, you practically gave this for free 99 because you gave us service. You wrapped them up in twine, you gift wrapped it, and things of that nature. And it's a whole bunch of people. Whole bunch of people. Oh, I know exactly where to take these fuckers. We're gonna go to the new world where we can definitely make this place amazing. Okay, amazing. And then several hundred years, you're just trying to explain it to like, the ancestor of the slaves that you go ahead and beat down, decided to strip of all humanity, and was just like, I cannot believe you're so fucking ungrateful for what we did. Like we literally saved you from wherever you were, okay, and we decided to take you here, okay. Like look at all you've done for us, but it's actually us because if it wasn't for our ideas, you actually wouldn't have had it. So yes, it was by your hands or your brain or or whatever, but we're just gonna take credit for it. We're just gonna take credit for it. Definitely sounds familiar to what I'm going through and what I've been subjected to. But because it is the law of this land, even though it's legal now, but I'm just talking about for back in the day. Like even though it's the law of this land, we want you to shut up. Okay? Shut up. Like how dare you look for rights? And yeah, I do go back into the past in regards to show you guys and exemplify what's going on in the present, much like how you're doing with the Palestinians, because your actions still go ahead and exemplify that you've learned no better. Like you are definitely your ancestors' descendant of coonery, of niggerdom, of being a Neanderthal. This is who you are. This is really who you fucking are. So I just want to go ahead and play some. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just play this one thing. Recognizing oppression century after century of violent systemic racism. They are forced from birth to become experts at recognizing racism and recognizing oppression when they see it. Their intellect, their intuition, their observation skills are honed and sharpened to constantly be aware of it. To the point where the slightest shift in the tone of your voice is going to clue them in to whether or not you're a racist. That little shift in your body language, that little twitch in your eye, the moment that a Black person walks into your vicinity, they clock that within milliseconds. They're experts. They shouldn't be, but they are. And who do you listen to when you are trying to understand? Yeah, experts. It's just like the same thing that I've decided to pick up in regards to when you are triangulating information and then you want to try to guilt me for not wanting to be social with my abusers. If at any point in time, literally unfucking provoked, and I mentioned this last week, somebody, a classmate, wanted to try to triangulate information. And I'm just like, yo, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking for real? Unprovoked. I didn't say or do anything in order for them to want to initiate a conversation to triangulate information based off on people who are abusers, gang stalkers, people who gather their ego from watching me and not being pleased that I'm not being as productive as they wish me to be because I'm gray rocking or I'm just being resilient and contesting towards the abuse. This is literally like during my free time that I literally can do what it is that I wish to do. And you guys want to try to manipulate or tell me what to do during moments to myself, brief moments to myself. Because when I'm not working, I'm in school. And you guys really want to put it upon yourself. You decided to want to take that and tell me what the fuck to do. The goal, the absolute goal. But yeah, I've picked up on, I've said this on video in a video. Or it's like I pick up on what it is that you say. I pick it up on what it is that you don't say. I pick it up on your facial expressions. I pick it up on like, so why did you do that? Why did you do that? Because and you guys as fucking stalkers, you like to take whatever it is that I do, you like to take the advice that I provide. You listen to me, but then you get upset at the fact that I'm calling you out. You get upset at the fact that you are limited and breadcrumb the information because you are no longer my focus and my priority. You told me to save myself, so here it is where I'm literally reserving and gatekeeping a lot of this shit. You are having to reduce and also be satisfied when the country is conceding and giving you only 4 hours, which is basically what they probably had in like, in their game plan. But you're trying to do the most, whereas literally it's just like, what else can you do besides protesting? Like what other kind of facets can you do besides bring up the information and go ahead and just like facet? Because this is literally you're seeing exactly what it is that I'm doing. Obviously I can't protest, but I'm holding you guys accountable with the records that you guys have been doing, and yet now you're trying to delete a lot of the shit by hacking me and also by trying to steal my information as much as possible, and then you're trying to vilify me, and it's just like, no, no, chief, no, chief. There's too many people who have watched it. But if there's anybody that's trying to go along with it, then we've seen an absolute serious problem where there are just so many punk ass bitches who don't like to be accountable. How can you ever really call yourself a fucking leader if you yourself cannot be responsible or hold yourself accountable for the malicious criminal shit that you've been doing. Even as people, even as individuals, why are you trying to lean back and throw other people under the bus, point the finger at the politicians or whatever like that, when you had the responsibility as a grown fucking adult to be like, hey, look, this isn't right. So no, I don't want to participate in this. You have the same kind of responsibility and the same kind of actions and individuality that you have when you see little Timmy getting bullied in school. So you have the isolated moment to be like, hey, look, this isn't right. I don't want to do this. You fucking see that on the Disney Channel. You fucking see that on TV shows where it's just like somebody actually being the bigger person and saying, like, no, I don't want to do that. That's literally how I used to be. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. You know, it's just like at a moment at a time where you want to actually put that other person who's being the bully like in place. If you're just like, hey, look, like stop. That's not cool. That's not right. And then when you keep seeing that bully do that, then all of a sudden you start like detaching yourself from the bully because it's just like, I don't want to fuck with that. Because, maybe one day you might want to try that towards me for just either shits and giggles, or you just want to test me. And I'm like, yeah, no. This is literally how I've cut off certain people. Just certain people. Other people I decided to cut off because they started to believe or participate with that certain person. And I was like, okay, thank you for exhibiting and showing your duplicitousness. Thank you for showing how you decided to allow people to really drive down a relationship into the hole. So don't ever think that you will be forgiven. And it's a moment of forgiveness where it's just like, okay, look, forgiveness is only being used when you want to go ahead and be back in that person's life. I guess forgiveness is something that where you think that I'm going to attack you or harm you, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do that. You're gonna be treated accordingly. Like the things that you've done, definitely you need to be locked up for. But please, do not make it think that you are going to try to get away with certain type of actions and you won't be checked. But do I want to take you off of this earth? No, but your death would actually be a benefit. There's some people who decided to change their mind and and take the right road. They had their inkling or their one drop or maybe several of the coon nigger Neanderthal within them, and they were just like, you know what, this is not me anymore. I can choose better for myself. Just because I have this in my body does not mean that I want to be full nigger coon Neanderthal. And so they've changed ways. Other people were just people who were duped and decided to, hey, look, all right, now that I know the truth, even though you should have had the common sense to be like, hey, look, this shit isn't right. But nonetheless, it was just like some people are just like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to stop acting like this. And it's just like, okay, cool. Be okay with knowing that you will never be forgiven for this. But I appreciate, nonetheless, the fact that it's just like, this is what you did is unforgivable. Imagine this. Take your fucking ego out of it, okay? Because you had the privilege of having it in a way where other people without, in other nations and people who are neighboring this nation do not have those same kind of privileges. But just like take your fucking ego out of it, okay? Take your fucking ego out of it. Damn sure take your fucking religion out of it. Identify yourself as just a body, a figure, an individual, right? You are observing anybody else who's been oppressed that's outside of this country. Because again, with this American kind of ego, you really see yourself in just like an incredible way. Check yourself and see yourself in the eyes of somebody where it's just like in another country. Or as an American, identifying yourself that where you were once oppressed or your people were oppressed, and you have certain iniquities that you have today, and you're looking at somebody who's oppressed. Would you tell that person to forgive while they're still being harmed? Would you tell that person to forgive after they've been harmed? Do you think it's actually sensible or even respectful or even your place to tell that person to forgive? If you answered yes, then you're still in your fucking ego. because you're treating the situation as if, what if I was the person who offended that person? I would want to be forgiven. Exactly. Stop saying forgive to the abuse because you yourself see it from the angle of, well, if I was the abuser, da da da. No, see it justified, see it in a justified way, see it objectively, see it in a way where you're not being, it's not even being empathic towards the abuser. You are being fucking selfish, where you're wanting to go ahead and further disrespect, further abuse because you're emotionally you're being emotionally manipulative. You are emotionally abusing somebody because for the sake of your own fucking, well-being and for your own fucking sanity. Fuck out of here. You need to see it for what it is, where it's just like, hey, look, like, all around, this isn't right. I would never ask, I would never ask an oppressed group or an oppressed person to go ahead and forgive somebody else. Because if I was on the other end, if I was the abuser for that person, I'd be like, you know what? No, I actually deserve that. I don't care. Like, honestly, I lost the opportunity to have you in my life. I lost the opportunity. Thank you. I lost the opportunity to have you in my life. I lost the respect. No matter, even if I change later, that person has every fucking right as an individual, as a human being, because collectively under the United Nations, the law that they have is like, what human trafficking is just like, rights, equal rights. There are laws within the United Nations that is shared between different type of countries collectively. So yeah, you are dishonoring a code, an official fucking law. Nowhere in there am I entitled, or nowhere in there do I have to forgive you for all of the bullshit that you've done knowingly. So that's on you. If you want to go ahead and call me, like, a bitch, or you want to project and call me bitter, that's on you. That's really your fault. That's something that you didn't want to go ahead and be responsible for. You had multiple chances, multiple choices, several years in order for you to fix yourself, and you decided not to. Now that we've gotten to this point where there's been a whole bunch of people going ahead to lie on me and try to double down and think that I should be going, be subjected to, what is it, radical resistance. It's just like, no, no, especially while you're over here being hypocrites to a whole nother fucking country. Fuck out of here. Kill yourselves. Remember, kill yourselves. You are not a source, a being, a person, an agency, an organization that is needed or required. You are doing nothing but being damning to your own fucking cause, to your real cause. Because honestly, at the very end of the day, you want to be happy, you want to flourish, and things of that nature. But you're just like you're like an overpopulated area of fucking locusts. Eventually you yourself will fucking die out. You think that you have someplace to go though, but it's just like, bitch, no. You propagated somewhere else. You decided to inspire other people in order to be just as fucking caustic and disgusting as you. So by that time when you're thinking that you have someplace else to reside or to move to, that place is also desolate because of you. That's your fucking fault. And so while you guys are trying to like come together in order to try to either resuscitate an area or try to learn how to live on a fucking diet, eventually even that will fucking blow up in your face. So be mad at yourself. I never have to forgive you, but just know that there's certain kind of ways that I can move forward in which it's just like, okay, look, this is how I decide to live amongst you. Or if I have to, I don't want to have to live amongst anybody. But unfortunately, literally the whole fucking world has been fucking tainted. Where it's just like, you will definitely have limited conversations with me. You are allowed, you obviously have the will to speak to me, but you are allowed for me to respond to you um based on if I want to. And you are graced with my response based on if I want to. So you're saying radical like acceptance, and it's just like based on my will on what it is I want to give. And you might try to react in a way which shows that you're a punk ass, bitter ass bitch, miserable bitch, because you yourself don't like being told the word no, or to check yourself. And it's just like that really sucks for you. And whether or not you want to try to throw me in jail, imprison me, or anything like that nature, it's just like that's really still a fucking setup for you. It's really gonna fucking cost you deeply. And why should I go ahead and spoil the fun? But it's just like, we shall see. It's just like, yeah, for real, for real. So go ahead. Just
situation. The experts. You listen to the people who know what the fuck they're talking about. And Palestinians are bringing their receipts, publishing the documents, delivering the video footage, speaking English to make sure that nothing gets twisted in translation. And Black America is bearing witness and recognizing that violence. It looks
funny. You can recognize that violence, but I'm telling you, it's just like you can't even recognize the hand that's in front of your face, like the hand that's in like in front of, like the nose that's in front of your face. I think that's the expression. Where it's just like, yeah, you can see it. This is why I had said, and I gave an example before of a husband and a wife, where either one of them are cheating on the other, but then they happen to see their niece or nephew happening to cheat on their significant other, and they're like, wait, hold on, what are you doing? Like, that's so wrong. And the niece or nephew knows damn well that that person that is addressing them is an adulterer, probably even fostered a baby, that does not belong, that isn't, that isn't like the legitimate offspring of their significant other. And they're checking them, and yet the person is so offended, like, how dare you? What do you mean? This shit's wild, bro. But that's literally how Black Americans are in this fucking country, because collectively there's so many abusers that are wanting to see me harmed. And it's just like, okay, and then they try to use any fucking excuse, and those excuses are lies. They'll use any fucking excuse in order to try to distract or to say, like, hey, look, this is why we did this. And it's insignificant. Like I said, the manners to which I've been mistreated have literally been like, bro, it goes back to the whole Black Lives Matters kind of situation. You're telling me that you decided to kill me because I decided to talk back to you. You decided to arraign me and abuse me because, you were harming me and da 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 da. Like, there's just so many excuses when the abuser wants to try to validate their harm onto another person. And it's just disgusting on how I see Black people of varying ages within the nigger coon Neanderthal group saying, hey, look, this is why we abused you. This is why we did this, that, here, and the third for you. For whatever superficial reason, we took justice and law within our own hands, based off on lies, mind you, to do this to you. You're showing my abuser, the one who initiated it, decided to use all the content that they themselves either did or the stuff that they chose to omit, which is called reactive abuse. Now, reactive abuse is, did I say it? Now, initially, around, I would say like maybe around 2007, not 2007, damn sure, since I want to say when I was a child, because I didn't have to really worry about that because I had, supposedly back then it was supposed to be like, a loving family. But during my adult years, and damn sure when I was 18, I started receiving like, no, no, no. Actually, yeah, I probably had like a light moments of like reactive abuse. Yeah, I probably had, yeah, during my childhood. I can think of some moments where it was just like, seriously, like that is reactive abuse. Like light ones. But I was mostly in like, again, like a loving environment. So it was very absurd or unnecessary for me to go ahead and kind of like, have any reaction, especially since, I was during those supposedly loving moments and loving environment where it was like, okay, I didn't need to be around this. And thankfully that abusive person was hardly there. So it was just like, okay, look, I need to stop. I need to go ahead and collectively be me and just have my moment of peace away from these people or person and just, boom, 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 boom. I'm over here in a loving environment. Da, 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 da. It's genuinely loving. It's sincerely loving. I feel at peace. I feel it's safe. I feel respected. Boom. I'm good. I'm gravy. So, so yeah, now, my goodness, growing up later without those resources, I had to go ahead and just, show myself as much self-love as possible, to which people are already witnessing. But then they still want to go ahead and fuck with my boundaries. So, like I said, people in Guantanamo Bay, like they obviously have a reason to be punished and to be detained, but the level of punishment that they were receiving and harm was so out there that the person who wrote the book and published the book was literally just like it was wild. It had very wild reviews and wild takes on it. It had journalists like jaw dropped and putting it out there for the public to see, and it was only just a little bit of the information put out to sea for the people to really be like, wow, damn. Of course, honestly, there were people who were just like good, like honestly good, because the level of abuse that, well, excuse me, not the level of abuse, but the way these people were fucking dying during 9/11 is just like, yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. It's just like, seriously, you killed innocent people, and it was just like, okay, there are people who were innocently killed and harmed and things of that nature behind the scenes, and those other people land, and it was just like, this is not how it goes. This is not how it goes. The people who when it went for people in the Pentagon, it was I'm like, you have to keep it a buck, or it's just like, okay, um, like, okay, it's more of those moments when you see, it's more of those moments when you see, like one of those like those high school where you see those high school oh my gosh, where you see those high school shootings of somebody, and it just be some rando, especially lately. It'd be like it's just some rando that decided to go ahead and just shoot up a school for the fuck of it, like some type of mentally insane person who decided to harm innocent children. And it's just like these people had nothing to do with whatever kind of grievances that you are feeling. So why the fuck would you decide to go ahead and take it out on these people? I think is what it is. The ends doesn't justify the means with this one. It's just like there's this, and the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Why are you doing this? And it's just like with me, like the punishment, the supposed punishment doesn't fit the crime. Like you want to punish me for having boundaries and for not saying no to wanting to date you, or not no to wanting to have you in my life. And it's just like without me doing that, granted the bullshit that I have to survive and that I'm surviving is severe. But thankfully, I didn't baby any of your fucking children and come out with HIV. I didn't have to put on a fucking poodle show for you guys, or try to compare or find myself trying to compare myself in a way where it's just like, look at me, because I'm the chosen nigger. This white man is choosing me because like I want to be seen as the ultimate person, this, that, here, and the third. Oh, all of a sudden now my internet wants to like kind of kind of fuck up. But it's just like, yeah, it's like look at me. I'm the chosen nigger. Like I want to be the nigger that's chosen. Amongst the whites and stuff like that, because I am the lap dog, the exotic lap creature or pet. And don't look at this human being. Okay, this person right here is beneath me. This human being right here shouldn't be seen. In fact, this human being did these awful things when in reality it was the pet nigger that decided to do these things and lie and project and say it was me. And so obviously, if you have the government and whatnot like that at your whim, of course they're going to try to facilitate and cultivate any kind of material you need in order to try to dissuade you. But it's just like, what make it make fucking sense? All of a sudden I'm supposed to be a danger to you, but yet you feel comfortable enough to try to say some bullshit in my vicinity. Like the people who I've addressed, where I said, like I told you, and I had already admitted I had got arrested. Where it's just like the people who I addressed literally did some messed up shit. Like you act in accordance. I act accordingly. Okay, literally, I'm addressing you diplomatically. But if you are over here literally trying to take out my life, if you're literally trying to harm me in a physical sense, if you're using your words that will eventually, and you know that will try to harm me in a physical way, that is called self-defense. And recently, I've seen in the news where the man who was attacked, the black man who was attacked by a few people who were drunk on a pier, he's being charged with aggravated assault, even though that was self-defense. And people in the comment section, and I showed it in my comments in my community, where I was just like, look, yeah, apparently, holding it down while you're being attacked from all sides is something that people are going to try to arrest you for and consider you, aggravated assault. And I actually appreciate the news media. I'm very shocked that they put that down there. There's moments when they are actually showing that they are trying to do better and things of that nature. But I'm not, like I said, like I'm not that spiteful bitch who needs to kind of like, yo, there's so many ugly ass people who really feel like, they need to hold shit over your fucking head. And it's like, yo, like as long as you are acting responsibly and maturely, why should I do that? Why should I do that? Like just go ahead and do your thing. Cause me, I'm supposed to have, I wouldn't say like a one-track mind, but there's so many other things I rather fulfill. We're having to remind you and things of that nature about like, where you are probably are like repeating faults and things of that nature is not really my priority. It's really not my concern. I'm just gonna like disassociate myself with you. I'm gonna cut you off. And this is why one of the moments why people are using themselves to like victimize themselves and saying like, oh, well, actually, I cut her off. And then you go into a whole fucking spiel where it sounds like you actually just really miss me. And you're trying to make it seem like, I'm a horrible person and that I should try to be alone so that way I can try to come back to you. But no, I left you for a fucking reason. There's really nothing, there was nothing redeemable or worthy about you. Like, it's like you're not even a bad apple where I can cut things away and still try to use or utilize or benefit, or because in a way it's more working in a kind of tandem thing. Like about there's nothing useful about saving a rotten apple. I mean, with a rotten apple, there are moments where you can actually cut around it and you can like save the apple, save the friendship, save the relationship. This right here is an entirely moldy fucking apple, and like everything is deteriorating. Not even the seeds are useful. It's all black rotted. It's just like you might as well just like toss it and hope that it either is useful to the worms. Like I wouldn't even want to use this in compost, bitch, because I don't want to like. Yeah, it's just no, no. It's good. I'm okay. I've given too much to other people, but it was a moment where I was okay with that. I was okay with that. But I seen the way how people treated that and they took it for granted and they wanted more. And I'm just like, this is not what I can do for you. Especially at the expense of me trying to live my own fucking life. People really took offense to that. People decided to become very triggered by that. And they took, their ego and it's like, how dare you? And I'm just like, right, bet. I'm going. Um, you handle that on your own. And they were just like, no. So behind my back, they were doing a lot of things when it has those cameras. They were doing a lot of things, malicious shit behind my back, and they used the government in order to help. So right now, somehow people are really slowly pretending. It's like a child being told to clean up their room and they really don't want to. They just really want to relax. And it's just like, okay, when you hear the footsteps of the parent returning to the house, returning to the room, the child is pretending to like, clean up. Like, oh, I'm just gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this light thing. That's literally how the people who are supposedly in charge right now are acting. Where it's just like, look, no, I need you to clean this place up because we're about to go, and when we return, I need this, spick and span, so that way, I could probably like either vacuum it or, we're gonna go on a trip, so I don't want to return and see this as a messy place. But these leaders don't hear that. They want to hear something else. And these black people don't hear that. They want to hear something else. Where it's just like, oh, fine, I'm just going to pretend, or I'm just going to act slowly with doing this because I really don't feel like it. And it's like, God damn, like this is literally how. grown as people are acting. So, hmm, reactive abuse is something where you're doing something to get somebody's goat. And imagine that you are somebody where no one is looking, and you happen to see people approaching you, but you're in front of somebody who you obviously dislike. So you slap the shit out of them. And that person is livid because first off, and confused. First off, they're confused because like, what the fuck, bitch? Ain't no fucking way you just did that. Now I'm about to fuck you up. Okay. Or I wouldn't even say like slap because ain't nobody slapped me. It's just like, but something to that offense where you've done something so fucked up where it's just like, hold up, the fuck? Now I'm about to slap you back. Cause it's like, okay, well maybe you thought this was a fucking game or something like that. And I'm immediately like slapping you back out of like a reflex. And you're just like, whoa, what are you doing? Ow, that really hurts. Ah. And people are walking by and they'd be like, well, they saw you slap somebody else, but they didn't see that person slap you first and also laugh. And you're just like, whoa, what's going on here? That is like reactive abuse. And then you trying to goad them, and then that person's trying to goad them, like, oh, look, how dare you? Like, I'm the victim here, and da 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 da. And then you have the people really trying to, like, point the finger at you and think that you're an awful person because of what they saw. Your abuser is omitting a fact of what actually went down. And when they omit that fact, that in itself is a lie. So when I have my abusers omit truths and omit material that really shows the initiating situation where they've caused shit, they're lying. That in itself is a lie. So now I have a whole bunch of people who have become so obsessed with watching me, stalking me, wanting me to do something, which is, under under the behavior of a human zoo experiment. And now they're just like, oh my God, like, you're a horrible person. And this is like, regardless of whatever fallacies that you decide to concoct against me, it still doesn't justify the punishment. The crime doesn't fit the punishment. Okay. The punishment doesn't fit the crime. Like, I mean, it's just like, yeah, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. You guys fucked up immensely. Okay. Whatever it is that you decided you want to try to point the finger at me, which was a lie that you guys, based it off on, this was still unjust. Trying to see my naked body 24/7, trying to make fun of me and criticize me and harm me is all fucking unjust. So I just want to look at this because one of the things that you guys, like this woman is right here, is going ahead to like denote is is really practices that I've done and that I've seen in order to identify who my enemies are. Because you have made yourselves my enemies by going ahead to abuse me.
Disturbingly familiar to them because they have witnessed that same violence, that same brutality inflicted upon their own families, their own community. And with that recognition, they feel compelled to point out the oppressor, speak out against the oppressor, and stand with the oppressed. And they choose to do so in abundance, despite the sacrifice, despite the censorship and the shadow banning, despite the targeting and the brand deals that are financially depriving them, because they would rather stand up loudly and proudly against the violence of white supremacy than inflict the pain of a silent bystander upon another human being.
It's the part where it's just like against the white oppressor, and it's just like always like it just almost seems like it's a marketing kind of situation because again, like I said, with coons, niggers, and Neanderthals, yes, white people took it to the extremes, but damn, I'm telling you, those niggers, coons, Neanderthals, they decided to go. They were the ones who definitely initiated and also had serious types of forms of punishment just for the fuck of it. And we can't like we can't shade that. We can't throw a curtain over a blanket, a heavy ass rug. We can't sweep that under any kind of dark area and be like, okay, like let's not look at this. No. We need to have all held accountable who are still fucking doing this awful vile shit because there's no fucking excuse now. There's no further excuse. Like I said, there's still slavery going on in fucking Africa. There's still being mistreatment in Africa. And white people's hands are faintly in it though, but it's just like literally you need to look at the fucking belly of the fucking beast where it's coming, where people are not trying to point fingers and blame other kind of parties when really it's just like this is on your own accord. You're doing this not because of this, that, here, and the third. You're doing this because of you. It's like somebody choosing a life of crime. And it's not even just a petty crime, it's serious crime. People choosing a life of serious crime and being like, you're blaming me? Do you see the way how the fucking, country is? Inflation, it's demanding. It's hard for people like us. People who came from, I don't know, either like the suburbs or people who came from even the fucking ghetto. But it's just like, I didn't have any choice. This is who I am. Well, who are you blame? And you're like, I'm blaming the white man and or this, that, and the third. And it's just like, granted, we have fucking inequities and granted we are at fucking disadvantage, but you had other opportunities and other choices in order to fulfill, in order to instead of you using that as an excuse. Okay. You even have several fucking different examples of people who chose differently. And yet you're using this as a weak fucking excuse. So when I see Africans or anybody in different kind of countries using the excuse of like, oh yeah, it's the white man. It's just like, please also check yourself. I'm not saying with this woman because definitely, definitely, it's the white man's hand into this bullshit because they are networking with other people within the countries, deciding to be fucking oppressive, greedy, and using their ego in order to go ahead and capitalize and benefit across the stream. They're benefiting financially, emotionally, um, and basically in different type of streams, like fiscal and emotional, social and environmental. It's really, it's not even surreal, bitch. It's just like you're in complete disbelief on like how the way the world works, and you're just like, my God, you want to say turn it off, but you can't. You can't turn it off. This shit is here. Shit is here and it's not really going anywhere. It's only getting worse unless we actually fucking keep doing something consistently. And it also starts at home. And you can do both. You feel me? But when you're but when you're a black person literally oppressing somebody and you're pointing the finger and saying, hey, look, don't do that. And it's not even being in a way where it's I say it's in a small sense where it's just like, hey, look, you're in a way where you're not trying to minimize the situation, where you're just like, hey, look, stop oppressing this person. They're looking at you very wild because of all the things that you've done, decided off of your own slave, off of the own being that you decided to oppress.
Stand up loudly and proudly against the violence of white supremacy, then inflict the pain of a silent bystander upon another human being. And that is why an Israeli leader.
It's like supposedly they were saying that supposedly is the biggest danger to Israeli right now are young Black Americans. That's just basically a marketing campaign where it's just like trying to attract more Black Americans in order to still speak up and fight for the cause over there at Gaza, which it should. It's just that at the same time, it's also putting, yeah, like she said, putting targets on their back because it's going to make it a moment where eventually, hopefully, Palestinians can return the favor and such, and all those who decided to collaborate in order to go against Israel as we should. Where it's going to put a target on all of our backs, where leaders are going to definitely retaliate. As they punk bitches that they are. So it's just like there's definitely within those plans as you guys are working and seeing it just one way. I hope you know that you ought to have a backup plan. You also have a moment where you are definitely still advocating for this, where it's just like, okay, you're still like, you're still here, but you're checking your mark. You feel me? There needs to be somebody who's still checking your back when it comes to being when it comes to fighting for a cause, I should say. And that's why I'm always, definitely seeing as many things. I'm just one person, again, one person against the world when it comes to being oppressed. And people have been taking serious advantages of that, from political leaders, from medical professionals, to basic ass citizens who bring me my mail or wanting to take down an order. And I'm just like, everybody is important in this world, but it's just really fucked up on how you thought that you were too important or too egotistical, in the sense where you wanted to go ahead and try to oppress me. You took my kindness for weakness, and now you're fucking upset because I am not only enforcing my boundaries, I'm calling you the fuck out for what the fuck you've been doing. So yeah, I wanted to. I'm up early, and hold on. Yeah, I knew I didn't do that. So yeah, now it is 5. Yeah. So now it is 5:41. Can you see that? 5:41, November 12th, Sunday. Okay. And I just want to go ahead and do this and this. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It's so cute. I really actually like this. It's like ooh, ha, ooh, ooh, ooh. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It's so cute. I really actually like this. It's like ooh, ha, ooh, ooh, ooh. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It's so cute. I really actually like this. It's like ooh, ha, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty cool, because now it's just like, you ever see like those mirror tricks where you like step in front of the mirror, so naturally it's going to just show like literally a continuance, an ongoing continuance of like of your image. So it's just like a whole bunch of people like just going hoo ha 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 hoo ha 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 hoo ha 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 hoo. Like a nice little music video, or like an eclectic piece of art. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah. So bam, I'm just gonna take a screenshot and boom, copy this link. Bam bam. And then go ahead and save it and then send it to me, because what I like to do right now is definitely timestamp things. And actually, hold on, let's do this. Play from the beginning. Boom boom. So I already said an hour ago. So yeah, boom. And actually, hold on. Lovies, lovies. Sorry, I just like it's like so bad. God damn it. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Hold on. Bam, bam, bam. Time stamp video. That's fine. Mm. Okay. Bam. Okay. Spidoosh and spidoosh. So now I'm just gonna take this moment to listen to so the video is called, so the title of this video is called Saint or Snake, Will They Project, Lie, Abuse Me, which is when they use me, help or speak the truth. La 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 la. I think one of the things that are most nefarious about being abused is when people try to these abusers are trying to tell me to be in a relationship with one of my abusers. They are being really fucking sick, like seriously sick. This is not even the Derek Jackson wife kind of. Um, this is one of those moments, slightly, but even I think that she had some type of restraint. At least I like to think that. But it's just like these are women who really don't have my best interest in at heart when they want me to have a relationship with my abuser in any form or any sense. They don't have a point in me having a relationship. I mean, like a healthy relationship. These women in itself. Actually, I'm gonna make a note of that too. Toxic women. Toxic women pretending to have my interest, excuse me, my best interests at heart. So, what are some of the titles that these bitches are saying? Like, let's go into it. They'd be like, okay, so what's in your love life? They'd be like, it's yeah. They'd be like unhinged, so and so, and group working hard to block this person from coming towards you, and it's just like, mm. Or just like other people are trying to stop. I'm sorry, just say this or okay, yeah. Um, this man from coming towards you. And that was 6 hours ago. Another one is like this person waged war and has more issues. No, that one's okay. Um supposedly okay, so that one's nice too. Hmm. Well, the title's nice. Sometimes when they have a nice title, they're actually saying some really malicious shit, like some sneak shit. There's like they play both sides, but in actuality, they're siding with the abuser because it's just like, yeah, like you're just basically trying to mind fuck me. If you are giving somebody a this is something that I've picked up on when it comes to people to my abusers, especially when it comes to like triangulating information. It's just like you can be like, "Oh wow, that is a really nice shirt," and you're saying, and then with the other comment that you're also saying something that's really offensive based off on something that one of you, based off on something that somebody else wanted to relay the message, which is basically called triangulating. So you're like, "Oh hi, how are you doing?" It's like, "Oh hi, how are you doing? You look nice," and things of that nature. Yeah, it looks, very like and the other part right here is like, oh, it looks like you were really trying to, look cute today. Like, it's kind of old, but you look really nice. The way how you pulled it off, it just looks so cute. It looks like something that's kind of like, ancient and kind of like tattered or something like that. It's basically giving toxic. You're combining the two. You're combining the two kind of content or information and you are deducting or deducing that the person doesn't have any good intent towards you. It's like saying the ultimate thing, you're really pretty for a black girl. It's just like, wow, you're really pretty. You could have just left it at that. You're really pretty. But you're saying for a black girl. So you're just saying that out of this one group, not out of a whole, or I guess for some reason you find black people inferior looking, but it's just like out of the whole within that one fucking group, you're saying that I guess I'm okay. That's That's not a compliment. That's really not a compliment. You're taking two parts of information and you are ultimately not giving um, a genuine statement about another person's appearance. And the same thing happens with in regards to gang stalkers or triangulated information, where two parts of a message is being is supposed to be perceived as nice, but in actuality, it is an offensive message in order to devalue me or provoke me. It's definitely trying to go under the radar where maybe only I can pick it up. Nonetheless, it is offensive. So you don't even have to say like even me or even have the message directed at me. You can try to be addressing somebody else. So say you'd be like, oh wow, I'm so glad that my son is really caring about his appearance more. Like I even see him focusing on doing his nails and keeping his nails clean. Now, this could be me because I like at a moment's time, like if I'm like cleaning up or something like that, or if I'm having to do art, which I used to do a lot. I used to have a lot of Bacanti crown underneath my nails, or if I would like always clean it and things of that nature. But sometimes like you would still see it sometimes. Either I like charcoal, I like the mediums of charcoal, acrylic paint, and Bacanti crown. So there would be comments where somebody would say something that would be commenting on my nails, where I would easily can chip it. Right now, my I have like one chip nail, but it's just like you can chip a nail based off on like overwashing your hands and also doing labor. So if somebody's making a comment saying like, but they're too chicken shit to say it directly to you, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm so proud of my son right now. He's like really taking care of his nails, or my daughter is like really taking care of her nails. She's getting her nails done more. She used to just kind of keep them plain and like an untrimmed or like not trimmed all the time or like have no color. And it was just like, how can you live without having anything done on your nails? But they looks like so pretty right now. So I'm just like so glad that she's taking more care of herself. And it's just like if anything, that can be the opposite because it's like she's going to the nail salon to go ahead and spend more money when she probably could do her nails at home. But if she doesn't have the time or the time or she's just not able to, I really respect her going to go out and get her nails done. That would have been that would have been a more nicer and compassionate comment to make than you saying the complete opposite. And if that was ever to be directed to me, which is oftentimes are, excuse me, people, yes, people will often make generalizations or even make up stories where they'll use other figures in order to relay a message. And it's just like still message received and discarded because you can't say it directly. Then clearly you yourself don't have respect for yourself to say with your fucking chest. And two, your opinion is insignificant. Um, I don't need you to try to pretend like you are trying to say it like an Aesop, which is like, what, a fable or a limerick or something like that in order for it to be like a lesson learned. No, bitch. I need for you to say whatever kind of inconvenience or disturbance that you see within me to say with your fucking chest, to say it directly towards me or shut the fuck up. Because I know that you are in a clicker situation where you are a punk ass bitch and you find contentment in being messy and ugly and invasive in people's business for the fuck of it. That's that's your inferior characteristics, not mine. You're not gonna make me feel bad about myself or second best or second rate. That's you, bitch, because you found some kind of disturbance when you within yourself where you can't live among something or just look away. You feel me? You have to make your opinions known, and it is really a testament of how egotistical and stupid a bitch is because it's just like uh you're saying it as if I want to be in your presence. Obviously you're just it's not even like you're too much because for the right person you'd either you kind of have a standard or you want to have a certain you'll do the work, you'll do the effort. You're not too much. You're just not what I want. You're not the thing that I'm literally going to exude an nth or an ounce of effort towards. Okay, there's nothing about you that I find interesting enough or desirable enough in order for me to put in any productivity in order to have you around, including tolerate you. I don't want to tolerate you for shit, bitch. Fuck out of here. That was your ego. That's your fault. Get the fuck away from me. Okay. Yeah, but this is a so that's pretty much it. I want to go back to the people who believe that I should be in a relationship with a man who not only has, I tell you again, a cocktail of diseases, but has several fucking children, is not a man at all, lies like a motherfucker, and really, really feels like I should be controlled or possessed by them. And I'm like, stop it. Anything that would have been like really fucking cool and about somebody is if they would have been responsible and mature enough to say like, hey, look, without trying to barter and without trying to without trying to barter and without trying to negotiate and without definitely without trying to extend your will onto me, um, is to be like, hey, look, this has been going on behind your back. This is what's been happening. And, it's really fucked up. But I'm going to show you exactly what's been going on, what's been happening, how you can take these people who've been abusing you down. And that's just it. And this person is either is walking away, not, oh, I'm going to tell you this information in return or in exchange. I want you to be in a relationship with me. I want us to network and do business together. Why? At some point in time, you would have to be affiliated or like have communication with my other abusers, and I will never forgive those people. These are people who I really want to see imprisoned, and some of them dead. So it's just like, no, like you would be trying to force further abuse onto me by having me be subjected to working or collaborating with these people. No, when people were abolished from slavery, they had the opportunity and choice to remove themselves from the plantation and to move up north or to somewhere else. They were not subjected to, and they were also having to be compensated. They did not have to be subjected to staying with said person in their company and having to be, and having to form or establish some sort of relationship. There are people who moved off the plantation and decided to, stay nearby. And I guess whenever they were in a company of said people, were, I won't even say disrespectful, but just tolerated them within limitations. And that is literally what I do at the workplace. It's just like, I know you're a gang stalker. While you're over here trying to like watch me or trying to have a conversation with me, just know that the conversation is based off on fucking work, bitch. If you're saying, oh hi Shalice, it's just like, hello, coworker. I don't even have to say hi. I acknowledge you and then I go back to work. And you're like, oh, that's a nice outfit. And I'm just like, well, why else would I buy it? Like, you're making a statement. I don't need to say thank you for something that you made a statement for. It's just like, okay, hey, look, it's raining outside. Do you need me to say, oh, gee, yeah, it is? No, no, you see it. So obviously, it implies that you need to bring an umbrella. Obviously, it implies if I wear something that's pleasing to you, I can say thank you, or I can just do some type of gesture where I acknowledge it. But like, obviously, it's something that my intentions were because it looks nice to me, so that's why I bought it. But when you're trying to ask me about something like, "Oh, well, where did you get this?" That's too much. That's too much. When you're trying to ask me the other day, somebody was asking me like, "Oh, like how are your cats?" I said, "Abuse and oppress," and they laughed because obviously, that shit is funny to this white person, to this white woman. My abuse and my oppression and what also happens to my fucking cats and this household and this is my family, me and my cats. So and that's it. I don't fucking associate with any other people. Like, no, you're not family. We don't talk, we don't have any chit chat, nothing. So when you guys are lying saying like, oh yeah, I saw Shirley the other day, or like, we had a chat. No, we didn't. I don't have any friends. I don't have any associates, no besties, no nothing. So when a black nigger coon is literally talking out the mouth saying like, "Oh, you need to get rid of your friends," it's like, bitch, have you not seen the fucking content on which I had like court appearances for, where I'm trying to get a no contact order against these people, you're being the messy nigger coon Neanderthal, ultimately called a stupid person, and you're trying to go ahead and give misinformation. Bro. I just want to go ahead and start because, like, let's just go ahead and start. You do this. You do this. Damn, it should be. Oh. What's the night? Tell me about the day. Okay. Mm-hmm. Girl, why would we like? Sorry, if you hear all these noises, it's literally just me. I was gonna say it's me in my back, but I am. It's like, just sound effects. Sally over here. I'm trying to find. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's not gonna work. Okay. I'm trying to find, because obviously the paper is white, so I'm trying to find something that's like, bro, something that's not going to be like. Brohams versus. Yeah, I don't have any. Shocking. Like, seriously, shocking. I could have sworn I had something that was like colored paper. I just don't want the white is white. Honestly, white is white. I'm going to be right back because I'm going to try to figure out exactly. I'm going to try to find a sticky note, something that's like dark or something. Yeesh. Get your shit. Okay. I hate that. Good and well. Cover up your litter. Cover the litter. Okay. My cat is trying to be defiant, and I'm just like, okay, we're not with the shits. We're not with the shits tonight. So anyway, I'm just gonna put this here. It's gonna be very important to, like, you already know this, but it's gonna be very important to remember. Nigger. Coon. Neanderthal. Equals. I think we're just gonna do it like this. Yeah. Get the water out the way. The water is important. And then it's just like, wait, what are you doing? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna over here. So it's abUSE, and yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, me. Thank you. All right. So yeah, it's like me versus a nigger coon, Neanderthal super person. So are they going to be a snake? Are they going to be a saint, or are they going to be a nigger coon Neanderthal stupid person? So yeah. Basically, I'm just gonna say. Are they gonna be is it gonna be a snake saint? Are they going to use, project, lie, and yeah. Bam, bam. All right, so saint or snake, will they project, lie, abuse, help, or speak the truth? So yes, it's literally what we do. Bam, 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 bam. Oh shit, Iceland. Man. Whew. Hope you guys are safe. I should also put another one right here. I'm like, okay, so which one is this? But I mean, the most important one to remember is just like, okay, so it's like, why do you think that I should argue with you when literally you're a stupid person? So naturally, anything you're going to say is going to be stupid. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and just play somebody. Bam. Okay, well, actually, that's okay. Let's play something else because I mean, clearly, but like not because the title alone just already tells me what it is. So like, here. I like that moment during Black Lives Matter on how everybody came together in order to just like advocate for one fucking cause. I'm just like, no, what you're doing is really fucking mental, my dog. Quit that shit. And it's so crazy. I'm like, literally, how our only two choices for ruling this nation are both fucking abusers. How do we get here? How do we get here? Why can't we have other people be or other people who are willing to show that they're not going to sell out in order to be effective leaders. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just want to play a little bit here. So I want to play only like a certain amount. I don't think any more than maybe 20, 30 minutes.
To be just clarification, right? We're all tapped in. We're all
of like different people. I'm so tired of women that are telling me that I should be having a relationship with somebody who's literally an abuser. I'm just like, what good could that do me? Like all the bullshit that this
I've
person has been
got to see.
doing behind my back, it's just like, how is that at any point in time sexy for me? Like even if I wanted to make it like a business situation, I guess this person thinks that us allying together would be a formidable group where that person will actually be safe. Now, don't get me wrong, you fighting for the you sticking up or advocating against the injustice is a saving grace. Like when I say I'm not forgiving anybody, it's just like I'm not here to cause you harm, even though you've caused me harm. It's just like I'm not here to waste my time or tolerate you so that way I can still have you in my environment, in my community, in my face. Okay. Best believe it's just like, okay, thank you for doing something. It shouldn't be even a moment where I have to say thank you. It's just like, okay, this is great. The fact that you you're helping to release me from these chains. I'm going to go ahead and live my life, and with the freedom of not having to be subjected or subdued to this kind of oppression. Okay, you feel me? People think that okay, like, hey, look, I'm hosting a party. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to. There's going to be like this, that, here, and the third. This advantageous moment for you to acquire, I guess, the the money or financial stability that you will probably never get from the nation and world that decided to abuse you for unjust reasons and unjust causes. Because restitution isn't in the cards or on the table for you, although although we or they may lie about it, saying that, we're gonna give you money, Shalice, we're gonna give you this, that, here, and the third, but we're actually not. We just want to string you along. So if you want, instead, you can try to guarantee, longevity and financial abundance on your own. From a standpoint where you work so hard, you have to give whatever is left in order to, finally feed yourself. These people, you worked so hard. You've been in the field. You ran the road. You use your hands and everything in order to work so hard, and yet those people are deciding to go ahead and steal that shit from you, and those people are deciding to go ahead and steal that shit from you, and now that you are privy to the information where you have been undermined and stolen from, we're going to allow you, and the kind of cockiness, we're going to allow you to, at our discretion, get the money, whatever, get the money or whatever you can achieve on your own, or with us, so that way we can tether ourselves to it, in a very capitalistic and underhanded way, in a very malicious and cruel way, which is further abuse. We're going to try to either tether ourselves to it in some form or manner, and or you're going to give us more fucking work from your hands, from whatever's left out of all the hard work that you've done. Yeah, yeah. Restitution, things that are legally owed to you, and things of that nature. We're still going to hold on to because that is our greed. It's not even our right, but it is our greed and it's our criminal ways and our actions. Like I said, like, I'm not over here. Like I'm just here to tell it like it is. I'm not here. Like obviously, like look at me. I'm literally. I just woken up and I literally was just like, I'm gonna film. There's things that you've seen about me that are just full on just real because, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not here for you to like me. I'm just here to tell you exactly what it is. I've literally up like who you see is like really who I am because I don't give a fuck about you at the very end of the day. I'm just literally holding people accountable and disclosing information for what it is. I'm not here for you to try to like me. I'm not here for you honestly to try to dislike me. You guys never needed a reason to dislike me. You just decided to dislike me because of who it is that I am. And I've been an upstanding person, within reasons. It's just like you wanted to try to make trouble for me where there really was none. And I've been treating anything in accordance to who it is that they show in their character are. I don't care if you're a bird. I don't care if you are a cat. I don't care whatever you are. I treat you in accordance to how you have, handled either the situation or, or me, basically. And here we fucking are. So yeah. It's like all these distractions that you try to use in order to try to like, to make it seem like I'm a bad person. It's just like it's all cap. When the real situation that's going on, the bigger picture is that you guys like being abusers. You guys like harming people. I still have like sleep in my eyes. But it's just like, yo, I'm telling you, I literally like rolled out of bed and was like, okay, look, we're filming. Bam. So yeah, this is like really off the fucking dome. I just really wanted to update people on what it is I'm going through, the shit that I'm going through, and the people who have made it their utmost business to wanting to like try to harm or mock me and humiliate me. Like right now, I'm pretty sure somebody would probably want to Photoshop this and put instead of me versus probably take this part out and just put nigger, coon, Neanderthal, which is a stupid person. And I'm just like, it's just like, it's very predictable. It's very on par with who you are. You feel me? Like, you're only going to get laughs within your fucking community, but you be calling yourself out. And some of you are okay with being, considered, oh, I'm just, I'm the bad guy. But, do hold that same kind of remark at the very end of the day when you see that those same kind of actions being regurgitated amongst people who you don't like, amongst people who are harming you, or amongst people who are harming a group that you actually want to try to advocate for. You're just doing what you're doing, bitch. You sound like you literally are exemplifying more of the nigger coon Neanderthal for your fucking self. Just because you have a community to ally with doesn't make your opinions right. In fact, it's wild on how it's wild how people think that it's not about it's about like who has the bigger army instead of who is just the smarter. It was like I guess like who's the people are using more was it brawn than brain, and then vice versa. Like people are not adequately utilizing their strengths. And they're also doing it when they are already exposed as being nefarious and duplicitous and corrupt and ugly and hypocritical and wicked.
Level, I just heard all knowing, all seeing, like really direct connection to the DeVille way. Try it. Pipe singer. Then I need somebody here. Maybe my notes. Nevertheless, I need to bind myself to you. Mrs. Ike is a karmic, but it doesn't matter. They're non-essential, but we do have information here in court. That is, I'm sorry, correction, spiritual courts, because some people go into court for real in real life, and they about to get locked up. But nevertheless, listen. Somebody's way down. Are we surprised? No. You don't feel them in your energy. Somebody is really like tapped out at the fact that they cannot feel you in their energy and vice versa. 10 of Wands is like the ultimate weight of stress, distress, sorrow, disappointment, anger, resentment, doubt. I just heard doubt, a lot of doubt. Doubting their power, doubting their instincts, a lot of confusion. Yeah, a lot of like chasing their tail in a circle type of an energy. This is what it's giving. Ooh, I'm glad it ain't giving it to us because I think that's probably what the issue is. They can't give it to you anymore. Whatever this energy is, you've mastered it, you ate it, you passed the test, you surpassed whatever this is, and you put it behind you under your feet, but you definitely tucked it away somewhere that it doesn't resonate. I don't think it ever did, divine being, whoever you are. It's giving obsession to Somebody's obsessed. Yeah, I can't make it up. This could be somebody from your past. Look, I can't make it up. Even before I flipped the cards up, I said there's somebody from the past. Six of Cups represents past connection, somebody you left behind. Listen, they're getting tower moments. Yeah, refusing to go within. I can't make it up. The Hermit is in reverse. This person's intuition is blocked. Somebody's blindsided by their own energy that came back to haunt them. I just heard some type of entity and deity is chasing them down. Oh, they're like a clown around town. This is what Spirit is saying. Like somebody's looking at them like they're a clown. Okay, this doesn't make it any better because it's giving me that na 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 like type of an energy, like being taunted by this deity, this spirit, other people. People are really looking at this person like they're stupid. Knight of Swords is somebody that I feel thought that they were smart enough to outsmart you. Somebody had a lot of courage in this dark ass energy, right? You get a C for courage, but you get a K for karmic, for real. Because somebody came at you that you left behind. I feel like the fact that you ignored them made them feel rejected. Ooh, huge energy of rejection. Yeah, this person could have come to try to have a new beginning with you. Whoever this is, they were very assuming, entitled, I feel, to have this friendship or reunion with you. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wanted to reconnect with you from the past, and maybe you let them down. I just heard killing them softly. Killing him softly with his words. Killing him softly with his words. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly. I said killing him. Well, it is killing him. I meant to say killing me, but ain't nobody killing me softly with their words. Oh, no. I'm careful about what I say and how I do it. Listen, somebody is singing that song, though. I heard she had. Yeah. Somebody is really, really losing their shit. Six of Wands, somebody wanted a victory with you or wanted a victory over you. Two of Cups, somebody came in trying to rekindle. Maybe you turned them down. You are the Empress. Something about you is so loving, caring, and or addictive, I just heard. Like when I mean, we say, oh, this person's addicted, da-da-da-da. No, this person is like really addicted, like fiending. I see somebody really spazzing out, shaking, going crazy because they can't feel your energy anymore. This person's dangerous. This person's dangerous, y'all. This is somebody that would kill on impulse, okay? Very manic energy, okay? Somebody tried to come in and present some type of friendship to you, and now they're weighed down. I feel as though the fact that you rejected them or you just didn't respond, this is giving me somebody sent you a message and you just kind of left it on red for like 52 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit pissed them off. Oh well, listen, whatever they did for you to have to do that, I'm sure you had good reason because you got good instincts. Yeah, I cannot make it up. Yeah, somebody was trying to spy. I spy, we spy, flies, God of the flies, fooling with Satan himself. Somebody went to a practitioner, okay? Tried to get some type of reading on you. A lot of it was, I feel like bouts of confusion. Somebody doesn't know what you have going on. Where maybe it's before they were able to connect to your energy, feel you in their energy, somebody wanted to bind themselves to you. If you were getting left side pain, left hip pain, foot, that's this person literally like holding on, getting like a strong arm, like, you're going to be with me. I can't let you go. Like, no. Like this person really had a really strong cord attachment. This is giving me evil twin, good twin energy. Okay. But something snapped, something broke. Even if it was that person that snapped and broke, I feel more importantly, it was the cord and it can't be put back together again. Okay. So Humpty Dumpty sat on that wall. He had a great fall. Yeah, something happened, baby. Three of Cups. Somebody found out that you were being celebrated. Somebody feels as though you already have somebody and they're spying. So their sole purpose for wanting to be connected to you at this point was really just to kind of spy on you, keep an eye on you, stay bound to you. This person is very manic though. They go in and out of love and hate energy. Okay, I'm getting somebody that's I love you, I love you. And then one minute when you're not responding the way they think you should or as quickly as they believe that you should, um, they get very, very violent. They're violent in their words, violent in their thoughts, violent in meditating. Dark energy is what I'm getting, like darkness. Yeah, somebody learned the hard way that you got the help ahead of the Most High. Why did they go to this Hierophant? Yeah, to bind you. Yeah, somebody's obsessed. Somebody could be abusing divination, getting it all the time, like by way of when I say getting it, I mean somebody's getting like 2, 3 readings a day just to try to see what you got going on, and they're going broke. Okay, yeah, somebody went to a hierophant to try to bind themselves to you.
Well, this initial conversation just sounds like it is a saint. So yeah, the this person did say something that was like subliminally kind of mean within a week. But like I said, when it comes to people who have like the meanness, like that mean gene in them, like not even mean gene, but the abuser gene within them, like they can choose at any time to they can choose at any time to change their ways. In fact, it just seems like you guys seem so good at actually you guys seem so good at being who you are when it comes to, I guess, like militia. Basically, what your talent should be used in a way where like right now with the Palestinians and Israel. So like that's when you're utilizing your talents well, very, very well. Like with me, I'm able to use my talents very well. Imagine if I were to be as evil and or corrupt as you. It's just like I know exactly what my talents and my skills are, so I rather use it to the best of my abilities when helping the defenseless or when helping people who were oppressed and things of that nature. That's what I did when I was in school. That's what I did like when after school. That's what I did within my own environment, within my own home, and that is what I did and what I'm doing right now for myself. So it's crazy for people to be like pointed against and be like, it's like people can live amongst each other. It's just we all have a role within us where it's just like, hey, look, what you're doing right now is just really off. Like you should be utilizing that elsewhere where it actually really fucking matters, because right now you are being a detriment not only to yourself but to others. You are inspiring a bunch of people in order to be fuck ups. Again, it's like a bunch of locusts, demolishing an entire field for a village, and then thinking, oh hey, well, we're gonna go ahead and go into the next field over there, and they do a double look, and that field is demolished, and there's another field because one of them decided to go ahead and break off and take a few of them with them, or there happened to be some neighboring locusts that were seeing now's our time to shine and decided to just go ahead and just fuck things up and boom 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 boom. So it's just bruh. But yeah, this one right here, this individual right here, this woman right here, young woman right here, is like in my video, saint or snake. This is what you would call a saint. So yeah, it's just like who's really living like the upward life. I myself, I consider myself a saint. It's just like saint or sinners. Like we all, like we were born into this world, sinned, like with the mark. We were all born with the mark, but it's just like it's literally on how you fulfill life or how you live your life that makes you like a redeemable person. And Is I do things with the intent before I even knew it, with like no one watching, not because God was watching, not even because I didn't even post things online, and it wasn't even because of God was watching or my grandma was watching. It was just like, but I know this. I know this. And so when I'm pulling an account or records of what it is that I've done before I left this earth, I can say it, and I can say it proudly, because it's just like, even if you happen to have nobody in the world watching and you happen to come upon, being ultimately judged, or even before or on your own deathbed, you know that you can die with peace. Or it's not even about people who are just horrible people, and they'll be like, well, I can die at peace because nobody knows, and be like, actually, Bob, as they move the IV, actually, you did this, and maybe these people are not visiting you right now because you did this, and now they actually fucking know. And you're like, wait, no, I want to redeem myself. That's a flat line. But with me, I just feel like no matter what happens, it's just like, I fought for what my belief is. And it's like, it wasn't like, all right, yeah, I was born into a Christian household, but when I became an adult, I got to decide. I was born into a Christian household. My family was fucking, malicious, and had other things going on behind the scenes, and I will address that. But as when I became an adult, and I realized, like, okay, well, yeah, this is not how I want to live. Um, so we will definitely address that. But in my grandmother's household, and that household, I was more of a, I was in a Christian environment, learning different types of denominations, respecting them, but having my own thoughts, my own kind of like, personal beliefs and values. Again, and I had this on Facebook too. Years ago, when I was oblivious to what was going on behind the scenes. I'm like, yo, me and my other family's lifestyle, definitely, we just we weren't we weren't here. We weren't here. We weren't here. So, but nonetheless, and I digress. It's just like the people in my life. Wait, hold on. Is this right here? Is it still doing the thing? Wait a minute. Why is this not? Oh, screenshot. But it's just like, yeah, the people in my life, well, are non-existent, but the people that were in my life, we definitely had different walks of life, but I respected those people. It's just like, do no ultimate harm, but take also no shit. Or it's just like, if you're doing somebody harm, like, I do have to put in my 2 cents, and I cannot advocate for this. Um, just know that, because it's just like that would make me implicit into something. And at the very end of the day, I don't want that falling on my shoulders. And I definitely believe in bad juju. I believe in things coming back onto you. And I'm just like, yeah, no, no. Mm. Where there was always a moment where it was like something that I actually did. Like I would feel so bad about it, to the point where I would either like fall asleep because I was always tuckered out, and or it would be because of just like, and I was just like really just like overthink. And I think that's probably why people got the whole people pleasing kind of context, where it's just like, no, like I hold myself up to a certain type of standard, where I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm trying to be the person who I value. And I guess another reason why people definitely decided to gravitate towards me, but then it is also decided to abuse that. And I was like, yeah, no, 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 we can't do that. Especially since you are not aligning to what it is that, I fucks with. Okay. It's just like, anyway, that is my whole standpoint on saint or sinner. I'm sorry, saint or snake. Because I think we were all born into sin, we are all flawed. But even with a saint, it's just like you have a background about you that makes you like not the perfect human being on this fucking planet, but it does make you like a redeemable or an awesome person, regardless. So even like I would be the kind of person who would feel guilty. I don't anymore about like never returning a what is that, a book, until I was good and ready. Like, I would pay the balance off, but it was just like with the overdue library book. In fact, I actually have to but I, I feel bad about it, but I don't feel part where I feel stunted, where I myself am guilting myself for that shit, and people knew that. So yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Let's keep going. If the light is on, I said the light is on, but it just means that it's morning time right now. So I'm probably gonna film a little bit later. But yeah, going back to this woman, saint or snake, will they project, lie, abuse me, help, or speak the truth? For that portion right there, they're speaking the truth about, like, obviously, as you know, about somebody, pardon me, abusing me, wanting to control me, definitely trying to get back into like my environment. But it's just like, dude, like, mm, mm. So yeah, this is I would define this person as a saint because they're definitely trying to circulate the message that I'm being abused, and that obviously it is unjust, and so I appreciate that. And sometimes I have to listen to messages in its entirety because they'll either try to speak up for me or speak for me on my behalf and say that I should forgive, or they'll try to spin it and say that I should or they'll try to say they'll do the projecting thing where they'll mention the activities that's been done against me, but then they'll try to use those. Okay, so say for instance, abuser one is a mother and has been unprovoked attacking my character. They'll say the things that that person is doing, but say it like it was happening against them. You see where I'm going? Like they'll like, okay, so say that this right here is the bully, okay? And they're attacking this person right here, and they're really doing the fucking most. So this person here is going to say the things that this person is doing, but saying that I am doing that to this person. So then they'll try to be shading me and my identity, but then saying it is going against this person. If I can make that sense, yeah. So bully, innocent person, bystander who's actually disguised as a flying monkey and actual just an abuser. Oh, this person right here is this person right here is a horrible person. This person right here is definitely causing this person a lot of stress because they're doing this, that, here, and a third. In actuality, it's this person the whole time, and they're trying to make that person seem like the victim when it's not the case. I want to get me a coffee, and I got me a coffee. I got two coffees, and then I had saved it. Well, that way I can enjoy one in the morning, and I have me some apple fritters. So I will be departing from here, so that way I can go ahead and enjoy me an apple fritter, like a nice little breakfast. Is it healthy? Of course not. Of course not. But like I want to have it. Okay. See, my stomach is just like, bitch, eat. It's saying, bitch, eat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Woof. Yeah, boy.
Kate's going big
Oh,
and
boy.
going home for the holidays. That's the plan. At Michael's, she got everything.
I am definitely like,
Okay.
okay, actually, I should listen to this a little bit later. Damn, so how do I do this? Would you mind if I happen to just kind of scooch myself and just like leave for like maybe 5 minutos? 5 minutos. 5 minutos. Minutos. Ahora. Okay. So, lo siento. Ay, quiero el desayuno. Lo siento. Okay. Oh my woman! Honestly, you are worse than clean up the poop. Right here. Clean it up. I don't care. You lying. I don't care. You lying. Clean the poop. So the birds are demanding their food. All right, hold on. Actually, one more time. None of this is actually this and what the hell? This too. And this. Sorry. Really don't want you guys to be like seeing my loss. Okay. Okay. I have an apple fritter on a paper plate. And I have after this I'm literally gonna wash up. Maybe do another video, I'm not sure. But right now I need to talk about this. And I look forward to kind of like talking consistently more often. I hope to talk about this more often later on this week into next week. In which ultimately I'll have the that major videos out in December. Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to it. Okay. All right, sorry. I said it was hot and it was delicious. Saint or snake.
Walking away.
Will they project, lie, abuse me, help, or speak the truth?
Walking right into your happiness. Okay, yeah, causing a tower. There go my iPad. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna leave it laying right there. Okay, and everything is fine. Yeah, tell me about these financial constraints in reverse. Your foundation is standing solid. King of Pentacles, baby. And that King of Pentacles energy. Queen of Cups, using your intuition. Let me tell you about it. Tell me about this. Yeah. Your intuition is telling you you're getting untied. 222 on the clock. Tell me about being untied. Yeah, walking away from these fights and arguments and stuff like that. Okay. Tell me about resting and rejuvenating. Yep, you're manifesting while you're sleeping too. Yeah. Tell me about appreciation. Yeah, you went in hermit mode. It was something that you were shown. The divine come through and showed you something, okay? Possibly about King of Cups. Or King of Cups, I'm talking to you. About some illusions. About leaving something out in the cold here. Tell me about this yin and yang energy. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, a message coming through you. Balancing the scales out. Somebody coming to match your hustle. Yeah, leap of faith. Tell me about King of Connections coming through. The Chariot card, yeah. Somebody coming in to give you a gift of some sort. Tell me about manifesting. Yeah, you're manifesting your 10 of Cups. Having strength, okay? What else is going on here, Spirit? Yeah, walking away.
be somebody external to you doing the same thing. They're walking away from something, possibly having a sneak away. High priestess, away from these burdens. Yeah, you possibly could feel this too. No. I can already tell this is going to be a snake video.
The Veterans Day mattress sale is on now at Raymore and Flanagan. Get huge savings on top brands, up to 900.
This is a snake video. This is a snake video for the fact that this person is like, it's like one of those used car salesmen trying to sell me a used car that is a total lemon, and then trying to hike it up as an ideal opportunity or an ideal offer. They might even slash off a few $100 just to try to make it seem like, you know, they're doing me a favor, when really I'm doing them a favor by taking it off their hands. I call this message a snake, in the sense that, you know, not even based off on the fact that several times already this person has already admitted to saying on my behalf that I forgive my enemies, and I'm like, no, I don't, or things of that nature. But it's just like, I don't see my abuser as an ideal companion anymore. Okay, I haven't seen that person as an ideal companion in years. And yet there's still some type of storyline going on that I've either having a relationship with this person or have an interest in this person, when I absolutely don't. So it's always the nigger coon and it's always the nigger coon and Neanderthal, a stupid person, sending out stupid messages, sending out their message. Pardon me, hoping that it can fool intelligent people who will then follow along. It boisters up the ego of a stupid person and thinking, oh, wow, I got one over on you. So now I am superior, you know, based off on lies. And should the person who is smart fall for the stupid person's lies, then that person doesn't become stupid until they actually themselves decide to double down in the toxicity. Then that way they are exposing themselves as actually being the nigger coon Neanderthal, the stupid person too. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like more of a cold, or a cold that can actually fester out into another type of like a cold is more of a symptom that comes and goes, but depending on somebody's when they are susceptible to a certain kind of environment, or um, airborne uh, airborne pathogen or something like that, they can be susceptible to catching like a cold or something like that. Now, depending on their body's willingness to fight it, you know, the white blood cells and their own health and condition and their hereditary traits and history, family history, they are able to fight it off. And comparing the healthy person from the stupid person, when they are infected with the lies and the group, the opposition, they are blinded by the fact that, hey, look, this looks suspicious, especially the amount of violence or abuse that we're doing to one single person, especially one single person who doesn't have certain type of resources. You know, it's like, why won't we just, you know, go ahead and like lock this person up or do something that's judicially, or like even still, even like, don't you think that this is enough? No, these people keep going, going, going. At no point in time are these people thinking like, hey, look, this is enough. Maybe we should stop. Some people are, okay, but there are people who obviously are so gung ho, the stupid people that are very they committed to fulfilling what it is that their purpose is. So while they have attracted a crowd already, it's like the stupid people have already accepted the fact that, hey, look, this was based off on a lie. we're still committed to harming this person for our own just causes and for our own just reasons. While there are people on the fence and people who are frightened, or people who are just kind of going along with it, or people who are just like, actually healthy enough to be like, I'm not a part of this, saying, stop. Don't you think that what you did right here is just enough for whatever it is, where, the punishment of whatever you're lying about, you know, the crime that, we are committing onto this person is enough, the punishment that you're doing to this person is enough for whatever kind of allegation that you're making for this particular person. And they're like, the stupid person is just like, no, we want to keep going, 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 going. And other stupid people are like, yeah, we want to keep going, going, going. And then the people who are on the fence about it and be like, yeah, all right, let's see how far this goes. Because if we can get away with it, then fine. But if we can't, and we know that it's wrong, mm, don't do that. I'm like, we kind of told you so. It's bad either way. These people are still bad. The ones who are on the fence, still bad. But the people who drop out of it and be like, I don't want any part of this because I actually I see you for what you are. Like, regardless if you are in your feelings right now, you need to pull the fuck back because this right here is just fucked up. This is wrong. You've done the most. You've done the utmost. Okay. I don't care what your zodiac sign is. It's just like if you allocate your actions to any person right now in history or in present time that's been locked up for for equal to or far less, like you're doing the most. And so whatever happens to you, you are well deserved of those punishments, those judicial punishments, or wherever, because you fucked up. You had the option to stop. You're responsible enough to be like, or at least you act responsible enough to know the difference between right and wrong. If you are mentally incapacitated, or like you are mentally disabled where you're trying to use this in order to try to justify your claims, then allow us, since you want to try to take dominion over somebody else, then we are going to step in and say, hey, look, on behalf of your stupid ass decisions, we're telling you no, you're not allowed to do this anymore then, because you are mentally, this is your disability, you're disabled, you somehow have some type of a loose screw going on, and whether or not you're on medication for it, you're not in the right mind in order to try to tell us, or even yourself, really, what the fuck we should be doing. Maybe you should just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, and stop doing this shit. Because if not, then we need to go ahead and call people who are above you, above your pay grade, above your title, so that way we can advocate for them to stop you. Because if you won't listen to us, and we won't, and we, and you want to try to make it seem like we can't stop you, then we should be going up over your head to stop you. You had your chances. There's no excuse. Okay. Now you were in your feelings. Now, and it's really crazy because you would take it a moment to take a siesta or travel abroad or do this, that, here, and the third to gather your mind, relax. But you leave other people to go ahead and fuck up this person's life. You have no excuse. Y'all have no excuse. Yeah, whatever kind of worries or concerns that you have, or even if you try to just make it seem like, "Oh, okay, well, and she's not gonna go after me. She's gonna go after so and so." It's just like, yeah, but you're still held accountable for that bullshit, and we're gonna always remember that. Definitely will not be trusting you in my camp or even in my environment. I will not be able to be the person who wants to either collaborate with you either, because I'll be watching you like really fucking hard. Do not think that you can affiliate yourself with me, and do not think you can try to like run game over me and be like, oh well, that was me then, but I learned from it now. Because some people who actually pretend to actually, be on the right path aren't on the right path. They're just pretending to, so that way they can try to, um, they're just pretending to sometimes. Sometimes there are people who are actually being legit, and then there's other people who are just like pretending to. So, and you normally see those people after they've lost the war. So I don't need to play this video in its entirety because it's already explaining about like how somebody is a snake. They want me to go ahead and have a relationship with somebody who is obviously an abuser. This person, for whatever it's worth, is trying to barter information for my freedom in another sense. So you want me to stop being unjustly punished. You want me to go from one prison to another where I'm subjected to being next to you and having to tolerate not just you, but your offspring, your family, your coworkers, all the abusers that try to come up against me and that dislike me and that have been trying to harm me. You want me to tolerate that. You want me basically, it's like um out from the frying pan into the fire. So you want me to be closer to these fucktards, these assholes, these nigger coon Neanderthals, and make it seem like shit is gully. No. There was ever a moment in time where in the future we were somewhere and there's like an earthquake and the earth opens up, best believe I'm pushing you in there. Like there's no moment. I don't care. You'd be like, wait, hold on. Wait. But I told you to get well soon after like you got sick that one time. Yeah, bitch, it's probably because you did it. Like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Other people would respect that. Where it's just like, when the Jewish people were released from the Holocaust, and they had to disperse, and they were displaced, and they moved to other locations, just like the blacks. They have the opportunity to just not be in the company of their abusers. So they weren't over here trying to just make the best out of it necessarily. It was just like this was the moment where they still had to go ahead and be subjected to people's um I guess like people's hatred still. And it was also still okay for them to be very loud with it. But it's just like, if there was ever a moment in time when there was somebody who was hating a race and then thinking like, hey, look, I don't know, I no longer want to be racist to that person. That's a beautiful thing to say. It is a beautiful thing to say. It's very genuine. Because I've seen people probably even struggle where they just like, they want to have they're fighting with those old demons, and that's fine. I'm going to, step aside and not allow, because who am I? I am literally just an average human being. I'm sorry, all human beings are average, but it was just like I am just a simple woman of just simple means, really. And it's just like, who am I to shit on your fucking progress or your genuine fucking progress, your authentic change? That's another thing that people were really expecting of me. The fact where it's just like, I give credit to where it's due, but it's just like also they were thinking that I was going to forgive this bullshit. I'm like, no. That's where you were fucking wrong. But also they were thinking that I would never make it too, that I would never survive this. And still I have yet to have justice. So it's like a fireman coming into a burning building to take someone out, they're expecting me to say, oh, thank you. Like, we're safe. No, bitch, we need to get out of the fucking, house first. We need to actually get within safe distance. And then, you can be like, oh, thank you also for sticking your neck out there and to coming for me, but we're not safe yet. Like, let's get out of here. Okay. Like, that's where I'm at right now, where people are actually acknowledging the fucking travesties that have happened in my life. And just because, I have a few singes, I have a few marks on me, as a result of what's been done to me. But people were intentionally trying to, take my life. But it's like, I'm not out of the house of flames right now. Okay. And people are expecting me to just be like frolicking and smiling and expecting way out of me. And those are abusers, by the way. These are abusers that are doing that. And I can't. Not only can I can't, but I won't. I'm not here. I'm not your fucking Bojangles, bitch. I'm already calling you out for the abusers that you are, for the stupid beings that you are. I'm really not here for the dumb shit. That's your fault. That's your error. And there are people, the saints, who actually understand that shit and call it out for what it is. So I appreciate those people. It's like, hey, look, thank you for sticking your neck out because I see it for what it is. You know, we're still not out of the flames yet. So we're not over here literally trying to schedule a fucking party. Like I'm not like we're both here in the House of Flames. Okay. We're not we're not at an opportune moment to look on Pinterest and start deciding on how to decorate the next house or how to, you know, what the next step or the next plan is going to be after this. We're just worrying about getting the fuck out of this house. And then we can go on to stopping the people who are so fucking insecure with living next door or just having or witnessed a house that is beautiful by itself and wanted to make the best out of what it had and was being very resourceful in a ghetto. That's literally what it is. I had a nice little place, nice little cute little area in the ghetto. It's got its little, it's got its nice little pink roses. I got this pink rose from somebody else right now. But like I have but like I have my flowers and things of that nature. I have my flowers and things of that nature. And I have my nice little decor. It's very nice in this place. But some people got so fucking offended, unprovoked. Like that's the insecurity on their sense, on their part. They're insecure. They're fucked up. They're at a deficit. And they just didn't want me to have anything nice at fucking all. So they decided to metaphorically burn down my house, literally tear down my house, do things to it, fuck it up by putting, cameras in here and trying to and trying and human trafficking me, things of that nature, making a profit off of this shit, experimenting on me and things of that nature. But metaphorically, burn this place down. And before then, they were over here copying the same kind of aesthetics or trying to make it better in their own town or in their home or in their place. They just didn't want me to have it. Or they just didn't want me to have any kind of, happiness. They were so um insecure and they were so insulted by themselves. They were so intimidated. They were so taken aback and offended at the fact that here I am turning a house in the ghetto to something beautiful and something, sustaining. They were offended by that all on their own. I didn't shove it in their face or anything. I wasn't like, man, and boo boo. Like, no, 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 none of that. Not even like any kind of like, passive little comments like, oh, step your game. What the fuck? Like, that's crazy. That's really crazy. There are people who actually like that shit, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I'm like, oh, look at the things I'm enjoying based off on what God's given me and based off on my own talents that God has literally given me that I have naturally, acquired or decided to do. I'm over here trying to compete with anybody. I'm like, hey, look at me enjoy these things with my permission in the context that I allow, not from these fucking cameras. Look what I'm serving you guys on social media about what I have. You guys took it further by invading my property, invading my space, invading my human rights to see everything. And still it wasn't enough for you. And it made you guys so fucking hateful. It made you guys so fucking jealous. It made you guys so fucking malicious and corrupt, unprovoked, that you wanted to see me down, destitute, homeless, dead. And at the very end of it, you want me to forgive you? All right, we're gonna got another video.
Someone here is a smooth operator. Or you could be dealing with someone who's a smooth talker. Ooh. If you're feeling, okay, you guys are being told to have hope, okay, or keep the hope alive. All right? Whatever you've been longing for, or whatever your heart has been truly desiring, it's coming towards you soon. Can you tell me more? What else do they need to hear, Spirit? Yeah, you're manifesting. You're attracting what you want here with this awareness card number 1. Okay. Oh, god damn. This is a continuation of the last read. We got 1111. You see that? 1 1. Or not 1111. 11. The number 11. 1 1. Something about the number 1. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're about to step into a new beginning. Okay? Fresh new start. There's something here that's going to be made clear to you, right? About who you should partner up with.
So under the subject of me being controlled with the help of the government, with the false illusions of Black people, the dirty nigger Neanderthals within the Black community, thinking they should dictate exactly what I should be doing with my life and controlling me from behind the screens, and also the non-Blacks. They say shit like that. That is identified as a snake. It's just like they are abusing me. And I put the capital USE because they are wanting to tell me what to do. They are not looking at the matter at hand. And they want you to go ahead and try to say, oh, have hope and things of that nature. I have been subjected to this abuse for several years, decades. And yet they still want me to try to hold on to the fight and also provide them some type of mannerisms that make them feel comfortable, because it's just like, oh well, if she's smiling or if she's laughing or anything like that, then it can't be that bad, right? It's weird because they have that same kind of mentality when they see, like, the little kids in Africa dancing and things of that nature, like, oh well, it can't be that bad. This kid did an excellent moonwalk. Can't be that harsh. The state of their nation and the state of their community, it really can't be that awful. They have porter potties instead of actual working bathrooms and things of that nature. But truly, this child right here is doing excellent by smiling, walking for the the limited lighting, the limited electricity, the semi decent water. All that is okay because this child right here is smiling. This child right, yeah, y'all so fucked up. Y'all really so fucked up. And you think the same with me. It's just like, okay, well, if I'm able to smile, crack a joke, or even, upload a TikTok, then everything is still fine and copacetic. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, what we did to her wasn't that bad. Oh, in fact, if anything, like, I'm the victim, considering that, all the shit that I've done wasn't successful. I went through so much to make this person's life miserable, harmful, and abuse them. I should be getting, sympathy. So when I see people or when I hear people say some dumb shit, it's like, oh, have hope and things of that nature. It's just like, no, there's no need for me to go ahead and I'm like, I will I will exude whatever kind of energies I want to. This is not the radical acceptance. This is not one of those stipulations that I need to adhere to. That is your fucking fault. That is your fucking error. That is your fucking inferiority. That's that's a hope for you, bitch. That's a hope for you. And whether you want to try to enforce something, it's just like the second to death and killing me. The worst you can do is going ahead like throw me in jail and imprison me, and still even then, I don't have to fucking smile. I don't have to do anything. Literally. Well, nearly anything. And it's just like, you want to see me literally destitute and out. But I'm not here to provide you with motherfucking shit because I see exactly how, like, who you are for what you are. And it's ugly to me. There's nothing fucking attractive to me. There's nothing I need to fucking subject myself to. You will still be that inferior, ugly person or creature. It's nothing about you. Kill yourselves. You really are just, something I show that I can live without and I can continue living without. You are nothing but a fucking anchor. You really fucking are. There's no use to having you around. I'm not gonna go out of my way. I literally just want to have like, my own peace and do my own thing. So like I don't want to have anything to do with you people. Like I'm never the person that's gonna go out here and look for trouble or look for anything to do in order to try to harm somebody else. I'm out here literally trying to live my life. Unless you're trying to be that person to try to take me out or harm me, you don't have to see a problem. Like you really won't. Okay? That's not the part about, because it's just like no, like I said, you won't see me in a part where I'm like inconveniencing myself to come and come and disturb your peace. For what reason? That doesn't make any sense. There's nothing that if there's nothing that you did to me, like like, and you're not trying to like literally take me out or harm me, like there's nothing that I need to like. Come on now, stop it. And I went through the proper protocols where I went through the courts, went to the police. Nothing like for real, y'all really be projecting like a motherfucking doing the fucking most. So yeah. Again, use that stipulation. It's like unless you are do no intentional harm, but take no shit. So if you show that you're putting a hand to me, of course, self defense, obviously. But it's just like there's not a moment where I will find myself, being face to face with somebody just for the fuck of it to try to like harm them or intimidate them or anything like that. Like that's just so that's illogical to me. That goes against my purpose and just like who it is that I am. So anyway. But this person is a snake. The person wants me to kind of, keep hope alive. Like this is what you call the abuse, basically, where I'm being used for their self-serving gain. They want to use me. They're trying to make it seem like, they're helping me, or they want to go ahead and facilitate a message of hope and cheer when actually um, it's for the complete opposite. And you've seen that before with slavery and when it comes to like, especially with religion. Like they really weaponize and abuse religion like all hell, especially like to keep people like docile and subjected to servitude. So yeah, that is definitely what you call abuse. I don't even have to play this one because it's disgusting. It says no contact. They are watching you, fiending for you in a dark place. Again, when you're over here trying to like glorify a relationship um with somebody who I was in like, in a relationship with, but as an abuser, that's just it's yuck. It's yucky. It's giving yucky vibes. I can't. Hopefully find another. I'll look for a little bit later, but I'm just. I almost feel like I'm about to play Bingo or something like B30. B30. Their karma is a revenge plot they didn't see coming. Walked into. Oh, okay. That seems like something I'm going to watch later. That seems like a saint kind of message for later. Okay, I'll watch it.
I wouldn't have lasted this long in the entertainment industry if I hadn't taken a few risks. But I'm also a realist because I've seen it all. Gold gives you everything the stock market can't. A hedge against it. I'm here for our final measures of the wishes and congratulations as well for this platform anniversary. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please wait till the end. We'll go over everything at the end of the video. I thank you guys so much for here. Guys, so much. All I can say about this reading, y'all, is we shall. Okay. As I was shuffling, everything just came out the way it came out. Okay. As you guys see, for this one, I do the short for this one, and then I do the other video for the other one. Okay. I want you guys to understand that that's just a preview, both of them. Okay. The first one has a little snippet of the reading. This one has a little overview of what the reading will be. This is the strongest that has ever come out. So this is telling me that in the Scorpio season, this is the season of endings, okay? So the new beginnings can come. Somebody's karma is coming down heavy, okay? And the overall energy has to do with how they treated you, okay? Someone that says, sis, I see him being nice and affectionate to other people, but not to you. I have a problem with that, period, okay? So somebody is coming forward with some truth, okay? But it was a setup in a situation. There's a revenge twist, a revenge plot when it comes to an STD, okay? Yeah. You guys see STD on the board twice. This is about to be some type of backlash for someone, some type of karma. This is someone who was in a thing with, I take how it resonates, flip it how it should too as well, okay? This is some type of bros before hoes energy here. Somebody who did not, they were running from the truth here. Running from who you were, they ran towards bros before hoes energy here. You see this card was in this deck. It's not the same card. Yeah. Let's go on another deck. Mm-hmm. This one goes in a different deck. Yep, it was signs. And the signs here, somebody was hiding something here, but the signs, the synchronicities are they were ignoring, or you were ignoring signs, you didn't see, or you had inklings, but you was like, nah. But this person here, they're about to be exposed in a major way here. They did not expect this as a plot twist coming out. We got bad news when it comes to some type of romance. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pause this because I'm going to go again, and I don't want to have too many pauses, but it's already been 3 hours. So thank you so much for joining me. I will further elaborate on the situation, and I'll check back in with you later. Right, bye. Please spread the word about, the injustice that's been going on with me, because I do need to have justice here now, like absolutely now.